sure many of you know what it's like to clean a very old vintage home. It's so different than cleaning a new home. A vintage home, whenever you clean it, paint seems to peel off the walls, or there's always scuff marks. There's always that character of the oldness of our homes. You know what I'm talking about. Everything is old, and trying to keep it clean can be quite a challenge. Welcome to the Vintage Home Clean with me. Hi everyone, I'm Homestead Tessie, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm just an ordinary woman who just happens to find life extraordinary. The first thing that I like to do is take everything off the kitchen counters and clean that first. So if I have any dishes or anything that needs to be done, I will wash the dishes first, clean that all up, and then I will work on the floors and all of that. I guess you could say I learned cleaning by my mother. My mother was a meticulous cleaner, and she always had her house spotless. Now, my house is not always spotless, but you know how it is. You seem to take after your mother's footsteps, sometimes. And for me, my cleaning has changed through the years, and the older I get, the more particular I have become. And I see my mom in me. And so we're going to clean up all these dishes and get them done, and then we will go on to the next project of cleaning. A vintage home cleaning. It's quite different than a new home. And if you're living in a new home and you never had an old home, it would be hard for you to quite understand. So for me, cleaning an old home is there's loose cabinets and loose doorknobs and paint that is cracking and peeling, and the floor has cracks in it, and trying to keep things clean can be somewhat of a challenge in an older home. The carpet is starting to get raggy, it's starting to come up on the corners, and well, it's just a different way of cleaning. There was a time not too very long ago that I actually didn't have cold running water and hot running water quite like I have it now. And so it is a lot easier for me. I don't have to heat my water up anymore. And take a look at that glorious water. My grandma always used Murphy oil soap, and that's what I'm using today to clean the floors and the woodwork. Now I do have a mop and a bucket, but there's nothing quite like washing the floor by hand and getting all of the nooks and crannies in the floor and cleaning it all up. My grandma was in her 80s and still would get on her hands and knees and wash the floor. My grandma was a little woman. She weighed about 120 pounds, and she was always such a hard worker. And now it is about 6:30, and the sun is up, and I have a little more light in my home. But I wanted to show you what it's like in my home early in the morning, before anybody else is even awake. My floors are very old, but yet they still are functional. I think we live in a society where everything has to be new. Well, my kitchen is from 1963. Those are original cupboards. The floor is not original, but it's about 13 years old now. And now we're into the kitchen. I really like my kitchen. It suits me just well. I always have so many things I like to do in here. Of course, you see my daily videos, and most times they feature my kitchen. 1963 Ridgeway mobile home. Most of it is original. Adding the lights adds just a little bit more of a feature to it. But we're going to go without the bright lights that you normally see me. Those spotlights are really nice, but you kind of miss out on the whole appearance of everything when you have it so bright. And that's what it looks like with my lights on. Personally, I like filming without the lights, but a lot of times people want to have it more lit up so they can see it. So now we're going to do some dusting. I like to dust my kitchen table, and I like to dust all of my shelves. And there's always projects that need to be done. There's canning needs to be done. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little secret. I have not dusted these little spice containers probably in 8 years. I know. Imagine the horror of it all. And the kitchen is now clean. So let's go into the rest of the home. People often ask me, Tessie, why do you have your house so dark? One of the reasons is I love the vintage look. The dark wood paneling is something that I love. It reminds me of a cabin, and I love the look of everything in the fall, and I just love in the wintertime. The sun comes in so bright. We have big windows, and it's such a beautiful to look at when you wake up in the morning. All of the wood that you see here, all of the furniture, this wood furniture is antique and it's old. It comes from our family, our bloodline from many, many years. Of course, we add a few new touches every once in a while to give it that comfy look. After 13 years, I have a laundry room with a shiny new floor. I am so super excited, and it's so new for me. Look at the washer and dryer. They're shiny too. They are working absolutely amazing. And to believe it, I got it for free from my son-in-law. These doors are so old, and the paint wants to come off them, but I like it. I like that old look. I don't like fresh paint. I don't like things new. I know. You can call me eccentric, strange, odd, but I'm me, and I'm happy here, and I love it here, and each year I'm making it more and more as to exactly how I want it to be. my goodness, my bathroom is extremely old as well. It's a little bit of this and that, and it has that thrift store look to it, but I like it. It's just me. I have lots of colors and lots of things that I add to my bathroom. And every week I'm doing something a little bit different. I believe in 13 years, I found my home that I love. I also believe this is the first time I'm ever showing cleaning my toilet on video. Did you know I have a little bit of a thing with people that show their toilets on video? I just don't like it. Imagine I'm doing it today. So my friends, this is my old vintage home. I hope you enjoyed spending the morning with me as I clean and as I show you the different rooms. I will be showing you our bedroom again, but I recently done that, so I thought I would share with you some parts of my home that you haven't really seen much of. Like the laundry. You've never really seen that before because, my goodness, it was awful embarrassing.